Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, I go through the latest leaked Evocati patch notes. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for all of the support to allow me to do what I love to do. If you do want to support the channel further, all the links are in the description below. It is very much appreciated. Also, make sure you hit subscribe and comment below with what you're excited for 3.10, as one of my channel members, the Doctor, has provided us with a RSI Mantis ship to give away. So it has been a few days since there was an Evocati patch. Over the last weekend, the 3.10H patch remained up for testing, but it was taken down on, I think, Tuesday while they assessed a potential new build. That new build was released last night, and it is Alpha 3.10i, still with the Evocatis. However, CIG did publicly say that if all goes well over the next few days, they're hoping to open up to Wave 1 later this week. So let us hope that this weekend concierge and subscribers can get their hands on 3.10 and they remove that NDA so we can start putting out 3.10 content. It was also mentioned in the Star Citizens Leaks Discord that there could be a potential server wipe, either for accounts above a certain threshold, which I assume they're referring to Alpha UEC thresholds, or just for everyone. Now this would also include an inventory wipe as well. Do bear in mind that this is just a leak. It is not an official word from CIG, but it is directly from Star Citizen Leaks Discord, who are usually correct, and that is who I get all of my information from, so I have provided the link to their Discord below so you can follow along. But with that said, let us take a look at the latest patch notes. So there is no change to the testing focus. It is still flight changes, building blocks UI, combat changes, the M50, electron damage and weapons, body dragging, trading app, ROC minor vehicle, and delivery missions. Still no bartender at this point. The changes in gameplay, they have done a polish pass on the new targeting UI. The targeting pip shapes have been updated to help differentiate between convergence groups, so either fixed or gimbaled, for example. The pips will now be hidden if you're out of range, which is I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. I kind of like having them there so that I can align my shots while out of range, and then once we get in range, open fire. We'll have to test that, see if it's a good thing. The trail zone issues have been fixed. They've corrected colours for the off-screen 3D arrows, and they've made line connectors more translucent. They've increased missile icon size on the 3D radar for better visibility. They've adjusted the initial distance of the 3D radar display from 10,000 kilometers, I think, radius to 5,000, and increased the icon size for better visibility as well. And also they've done a visual polish pass on the Mobiglass trading app and the personal Inner Thought 3D hologram icons and opacity. For ships and vehicles, they have updated the thrusters on the Herald to allow for level flight in atmosphere, and they have added menu options to show or hide certain parts of the new targeting UI. So that's good. You can actually turn on and off the options that you want, which is going to be really nice. But also, I can't wait to test the Herald in atmosphere with that monster thruster. We'll have to see how that copes. Now, for bug fixes, there are 20 bug fixes, 8 client crash fixes, and 11 server crash fixes. A lot of server crash fixes there, which is great to hear. Some of the bug fixes include they have fixed an issue causing NPCs to stand on seats around the PU. Let's hope that that is true. That has been a long time in the works to get fixed, and I'm sure they've said that they've fixed it previously, and they still stand on chairs. So fingers crossed, 3.10, no more NPCs T-posing on chairs. The flare countermeasures and targeting lag pips should now correctly work. Players should no longer get stuck in prison after their ship is destroyed by security. They have fixed a back-end service issue that was causing players to not see friends in game chat. The star map markers should no longer be offset from the planet's surface. Thank God for that one. Quantum travel and mission markers should now correctly show their text. Players should no longer become trapped in the 600 Eyes kitchen table. VoIP should no longer be excessively quiet and low quality. Ruto's mission should now correctly generate a mission marker. And mineable highlights should no longer render inside the rock, making them impossible to mine. So some good bug fixes there. That's not all of them. There are some others that are more related to 3.10, which most of you won't see anyway. Some of the known issues, again, I won't list them all, but there are 21 known issues. Players cannot board transit or elevators due to collision blocking the entry. They say a workaround is just to log off the server and back in again. Delivery mission locations are often different from those to the mission, which stop players from completing the job. When leaving the exit spline in some larger ships, the ships will not re-enter the spline correctly and fall towards the planet, leaving them uncontrollable. Security scans won't recognize drugs on a player's ship during the drug production run missions. I think these are the new drug, sort of illegal delivery missions. Wallace Klim's missions do not generate objectives on the Mobiglass. The Greycat ROC still has a chance to become unresponsive. Area 18 nav markers shows the plaza rather than the spaceport. Legally landed ships may become impounded. Turrets ignore power settings. Turret projectiles and fixed weapon fire is slightly desynced, so hits may appear not to register, but they do. Many other of the bug fixes are relating to 3.10 again. But to me, it looks as though there are still quite a few issues which would need to be resolved before Wave 1. They certainly do, as we know, want to get Wave 1 out ASAP, and fingers crossed it still comes this week, but I would prefer to see some of these bugs being fixed beforehand, like the landing spline issues, the impounding issues, the delivery mission problems, and the ROC becoming unresponsive are all quite big problems. I wouldn't say they're game breaking, but I definitely think it's worth getting them resolved before releasing to a wider audience, just so that people are a bit happier with the build. But let's hope all goes well and 3.10 comes out for the weekend. I will be covering everything 3.10 has to offer once it goes to Wave 1, so do make sure you're subscribed and tick that notification bell. That way you will be notified when my videos go live. Also, come and hang out with us over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. We will definitely be delving into 3.10 as soon as it drops. Thank you again to my patrons and channel members for all the support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.